big one today.
Yeah, it's a big game. I mean, whoever wins, it'll be edge, but there are 3 games to go. And I think nobody is, we all are looking forward to it. And hopefully we'll try to win today.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you.
So the news from out here in the middle is that India have won the toss and decided to bat.
Well, that's what the teams look like. India have made 1 change. They've left out Vinod Kambli. Ashish Kapoor comes in, and Pakistan have made 1 change too. Interesting that the opening batsman Salim Ilahi comes in place of Inzamam ul Haq. Well, the 2 batsmen are out there in the middle already. Let's go up to the commentary box, and up there are Mohsin Khan and Ian Chappell.
Thank you very much, Harsha, and hello to all of our viewers. Bright sunny day here in Toronto, quite a bit warmer. The players will enjoy the conditions today. A little bit of breeze around, and with the Indian side, the 1 change being made, bringing the off-spinner Ashish Kapoor into the team in place of Saurav Ganguly. And I get the feeling that that may have been caused by the fact that they are playing on the same pitch for the 3rd straight day. Wasim Akram, the Pakistan captain, is going to open the bowling. He's coming from the south end, and Mohsin Khan is with me. The series nicely poised at 1-all. An important game today.
That's right, Ian. After yesterday's wonderful game of cricket, Pakistan came back in the tournament of the Sahara Cup, and we've got another game on our hands.
Plenty of bounce there. Shepherd calling. Oh, that's got to be very close, yes. Goodbye, that was going to knock down middle stump.
Well, exactly what was in plan. First he was bowling just short of a length and getting the bounce out the wicket to bring Mongi on the back foot, and then he brings the ball in, pitched up to him, and got in plumb leg before, right in front of the wicket. There it comes in, pitched up, plumb leg before. What a lovely ball by Wasim. Well-planned delivery. India 5-1.
Robert, who's had a good time of it here in Toronto, but he's in the first over in this match. Off the mark immediately. It's 6 for 1. Oh, brilliantly caught. And what a wicket for Pakistan. Amir Sahel, who's a very passionate cricketer, and he loves that.
Wow, what a catch. The best one-day catches I've seen. It went like a bullet to Amir Sahel, and he was only about 12 or 14 yards away from him in a catching position. My God, what a catch. Mind you, it was straight to him, but it went like a bullet, right from the meat of the bat.
Well, that's an example of a good thinking captain. Wasim Akram has just moved the fieldsman, Amir Sahel, into that short point position, and it paid immediate dividends. But once again, they've got Sachin Tendulkar cheaply. And it's 14 for 2.
You want to test the quality of those gloves? I can tell you, for Rahul Dravid.
Well, this is a nasty delivery to get for any batsman. Just climbs on him off a length. Look at that, just climbing on him, coming back into him. In the end, very lucky that it didn't carry to any one of the close-in fielders around the bat.
There wasn't anyone there in the catching positions. Better with that shot, so he thinks he's finding the fielder all the time. It's a very well-placed field there.
We saw a lot of misfields yesterday, even when the ball was hit straight to the fielder. Not seen any of them today.
Now that might just go away for 4. There's Mushtaq after it. Has too much momentum on it. And Azruddin gets 4. First boundary. 11 overs gone. 30 for 2. over the infield. There's first boundary for Rahul Dravid. Outstanding sort of bowling so far, but just the first sign of wit. Here are the...
Beautifully bowled. That's the one that goes the other way. Just a nod of appreciation there from the batsman.
Without any administrative strings. One.
That's beautifully struck. He really is timing the ball very well just now. Rahul Dravid just picking up the ones and twos. Thank you very much, Mr. Binner. Up in the commentary box. It's time now to go back to Ian Chappell.
Lovely timing. Dravid placed that shot extremely well. There wasn't quite a pull shot. The shot that Mohammad Azharuddin plays pretty well.
Yes, he plays his shot with a straightish bat, really. Gets up on the back foot and just whips it away. It just broke the shackles a bit for the Indian batsmen. They've been managing to get one or two singles. The tight bowling stopped them from getting boundaries. They are proving that they must have listened to them very carefully.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Just about everyone in this Pakistan team today putting their best foot forward in the field. That's Mushtaq.
Azhar off the back foot drives it hard.
That is absolutely gorgeous. Another great stop. So this Pakistan team is on fire today. That ball had a boundary written all over it as it rolled along this wonderful turn. Great.
He had a slight lean period, but it's very nice to see him back in form.
The ball just drifted down the onside and he just checked himself so beautifully. That's good running. 86 for 2 after 25 overs. Should be gone. Oh. It's called for the third umpire by David Shepard, but Azhar was going, he was walking anyway, and umpire Shepard, a bit of a smile, he said, yes indeed you were out, I was just trying to be a bit sure. So India lose Mohammad Azharuddin to good ball from Amir Sohail. Key wicket that one.
Yeah, very useful wicket for Pakistan. Getting Azhar out at this stage is really damaging the Indian batting very badly. There it is, Azhar going down and then checking his shot, and Moin very quick on the mark. Yes, definitely, his bat was still in the air there. Very good decision, and I think it was very sporting on the part of Azhar that the umpire asked for a TV replay, but he just walked off. He knew that he was out. And that's how cricket should be played, really.
That's an interesting signal if ever there was one. Azharuddin's gone for 38, it's 88 for 3.
Shepard, 30 overs gone, 92. And a loud shout here, this will be out. So the pressure paying off. Amir Sohail doing the right thing by keeping a man in at silly point. And his bowler tastes success. So India lose their 4th wicket.
Well, it's nice for a captain when he tries a particular ploy and it comes off. Amir Sohail keeping the man in at bat and pad on the offside. You could see there Dravid trying to work it through the onside, quite rightly with the spin, but it really was an easy bat and pad for the umpire to decide. I don't think there was much difficulty about seeing that. That's a big blow for India, 103 for 3.
Big pressure on him now at this stage, after India lost this wicket of Rahul Dravid.
Stupid throwing, absolutely stupid. Single was taken, he wasn't going to run anybody out. That's just losing concentration by Waqar. Gave India another run. played it a little bit with the spin, opened the face, but I don't think he was totally intended it to go then.
Oh, he's gone. Totally gone on that one. Umpire David Shepherd scores for the third umpire. And I think he'll be a bit relieved to see that Vinod Kambli hasn't walked.
Well, he hasn't walked, and why should he? I think it must be a very close decision because Kambli very quickly returned back to the crease, and Moin did a very good job. I think it's touch and go. Let's see. There it is. Oh, he's gone, I think. Yes. Oh, it's great. Very close. Very, very close. I think he's in.
One of the reasons that's a tough one for the umpire is that the crease got wiped out over there through the batsman taking guard there.
Well, we can't see from this angle, to be honest. I think it's very, very close.
Well, this really is a replay that should tell the story. It's going to be a very tough one for umpire Lloyd Barker. And as I said, one of the reasons it's tough is that they've lost the crease there.
Well, probably he was on the line when the Bills, and if he's on the line, he's out. But I personally feel he's out. Is the bail off now?
I'll tell you what, Nosin, I'm glad neither you nor me is umpire Lloyd Barker just now. This is going to be a really tough one.
Very right, Marsha. It's a very tight one. It's a very good test for the third umpire.
One of those great moments of drama in terms of viewing this great television. What's it going to be? All eyes will be on umpire Barker. I'll tell you, the batsman hates to be in that kind of situation where one frame up or one frame down. I will going to determine which way I go.
I would hate to be in that position. I think he's in.
The funny thing is that Vinod Kambli can only look at the lights. He doesn't know what the umpire is doing. He's given it.
Yeah, well, it's a very close decision, and I think probably he was on the line when the bails came off, and if the bat is on the line, the batsman is out. But anyway, that was great work done by Moin, and a beautiful ball bowled by Mushtaq.
So Kambli's gone for 29, 133 for 5. So one left-handed batsman follows another. Sunil Joshi comes out to bat to replace Vinod Kambli. Good striker of the ball. Lots of runs in domestic cricket last year that earned him a berth on the tour to England. Long one. Will still get a single.
Himself and his fellow spinners a few runs to help buy some wickets. It'd be crackers if you were a spinner and you weren't looking forward to bowling on this, Jeffrey.
Well, I haven't seen too many pitches as dry and turning as much as this, and I think Sachin Tendulkar decided to bat first because he thought the pitch would get a little worse as it was played on.
That's an excellent shot. This situation very well, Sunil Joshi. Not easy for a left-hander against the off-spinner.
No, very difficult. I was saying earlier about the batsman, for me, haven't done quite the sweep enough. When it's turning such a lot like this, it's not easy to play straight back orthodox cricket shots. You've got to get the cross-back shot in. Got to sweep off length. Way for the young spinner Saclane to upset the batsman and stop him from sweeping. He's to bowl a little bit fuller on bowl the odd Yorker, but you can't sweep, get it right up there.
That'll reach the boundary. Good shot from R.J. Jadeja.
that ball. Sometimes you can't get the ball right in the block, or you just get a little bit full, but this is a bit higher than normal. Nice juicy height there. Thank you very much. He's manoeuvred the ball in very well as Jadeja. Joshi's been the big hitter. He's just manoeuvred it around into the gaps.
Knocked them right over. That's where he is very good with the tail, getting that Yorker right on line.
Well, we saw there the anger by Jadeja. I think basically Rossi looked at that down his hand because he knew what was coming. He knew it was going to be a fairly bullish Yorker up there, and he just missed it. And he's a bit cross with himself. 179 for 6.
Well, this series is tied at 1-1. India looked to be really struggling to post a competitive total, but suddenly some good hitting from Sunil Joshi and some thoughtful cricket.
One of them got it in the middle, but didn't quite time it.
Very good cricketer, Sunil Joshi. Got 48 against... That's been skied and could be caught. Mushtaq getting under a big one, and he's taken it well because that ball was up there for a long time, and there's a lot of wind here at the Toronto Cricket Club.
Yes, that hit by Kapoor was into the breeze. He got some height on it, a bit too much actually. This is when they got really high. A lot of the power has gone in going up rather than getting it over the boundary. That was a nice catch in the end, and another disappointing wicket goes down for India. 189 for 9.
Prasad shouldn't get to face a ball. There's just one remaining in this innings. Only one run scored off the last over.
Catch it!
Kumble just gets it over Saeed Anwar at cover. They picked up 2, they're taking the 3rd, and Saqlain didn't know that he was coming, which was not good cricket. He should have known that he was coming, and in actually looking around to see if Kumble was running, he may have just missed the opportunity to run him out.
Well, that was a good last over by Pakistan and a terrible one by India. 3 wickets fell, 3 runs were scored, and you're looking for a much better last over than that when you're trying to post a decent total. Kumble had the right idea. He knew that it was a tight call, but he went for the 3rd, knowing that it's the last ball of the match, so he might as well try, and he nearly just makes it. Saqlain just beating him. Not by a lot, but just enough. Ian was right. He only cottoned on at the last minute, did Saqlain, but Kumble was smart enough to at least try for the 3rd run, even though he got run out.
So 2 runs will register there for India, not the 3rd one because of the run out. Pakistan did well there to keep India under 200. That last over was a good one for Pakistan, not such a good one for India. 46 the top score, going to Rahul Dravid once again, played extremely well. Again, he had an excellent partnership with Mohammad Azharuddin. They added 74, but it was slow going today compared with yesterday. 21 bucks. It's done. It's given up. What they've done is given it 1 all out score. 191 all out. It's the Makram bowled extremely well. And an excellent 10 overs there from Mushtaq. 10 overs situation, 1 for 29. So that's the situation. Rocked over the cricketer, skating here, rocked over cricket, skating and 12 up end. And Sachin Tendulkar giving him 2 gullies. And no service. That's a good start for Adnan. He's got that one right up the middle. He's got that one right up the middle. And gone. Elahi getting a little bit too aggressive there. And the catch taken by Vinod Kambli.
They just did that what I was just saying. And it was a nice catch taken by Kambli at mid-wicket. Singh bowls a big shot. Elahi tries to put it over mid-wicket, but Kambli over his head take a very good catch. I mean, that was, and look at his jubilance. Oh, he's happy. Very good. The wicket which India badly needed, they've got it. Pakistan 9 points.
Amir Sahal, who normally opens for Pakistan, coming in at number 3 in this match. Jadeja doing a terrific job there. The umpire will want to see whether it was 4 or not, but I think actually Jadeja made the save.
I totally agree with you, Ian. I think he pushed the ball in before he touched the rope. There it is. There he pushes it in. And then he goes over the fence. I think that's a tremendous stop. Yeah, he's in the air. He's not touching the rope till he pushes the ball in.
Big shout, but I don't think he's got a touch on that. In fact, umpire Shepherd said yes. Well, he waited to see if Amir Sahal was going to walk or not. On this occasion, he didn't walk. Umpire Shepherd's given him.
Wow, this was almost the ideal. Almost the same. Look at that. Probably it was off the glove. And then it was the first and the first thing. Almost the same people was really that was trying to break it. And that in place, it was Pakistan 12 for 2. Pakistan 12 for 2. This is so. What a ball. Oh, tremendous ball. I mean, he got a superb ball against India yesterday, off Prasad. Not even as good as this, but this ball was, look at that leg cutter. Oh. Oh, that looked, I don't know. Oh, it didn't look close to the bat, because he looked about a couple of inches away from it. 16 for 3, Pakistan.
Typical Salim Malik shot. This will go all the way into the fence.
Yeah, that's a really good cover driver. I think if Prasad is going to bowl a slightly loose ball now and again, he's better to overpitch like that and get driven off the front foot than he is to bowl short and wide.
On the offside, but Joshi coming in very quickly and hitting the stumps to direct it.
They're going to be a little bit careful of the Indian field. I thought there's a lot of emotion and they're charged up. This tight match. They want to be throwing for a run out when they've got a really good chance of getting somebody out, because if not, That ball could cannon off the stumps and go to the boundary for overthrows.
Well, there's been a bit of a misunderstanding here. Saeed Anwar came in the way of that throw. It's meant it's going to be a rather painful blow. Well, that's about 2 or 3 times now that that's happened. Anwar steps off, Malik says no. I just get the feeling that Malik in advancing years is not as sprightly between the wickets as perhaps used to at one stage.
Very right.
We're going to be looking for 2 here, Malik. He'll get it quite easily because that ball was brilliantly placed. Really is batting well. 54 for 3. All 3 wickets have fallen so far have gone to the quicker bowlers, 1 to Srinath, 2 to Prasad. We've now seen 5 overs of spin bowling, 3 to Kapoor, 2 to Sunil Joshi. Mohsin have looked as threatening as you or me and Begol first thought. Beautiful shot. We're not quite hitting too many boundaries just now, but these 1s and 2s will do pretty well for Pakistan.
Well, as I said before, there's still some shine on it. They haven't got as much as they wanted to so far to get out of it.
Superbly placed again. There is a sense of how Malik bats. 3 fielders inside the circle on the off and a catcher, and that's the deep field.
Gone. Sachin Tendulkar. So Kumble, the man they were calling for, has done them proud.
Well, what a way to strike in your very first over. He did that in the first game against Pakistan when he picked up Saeed Anwar of his very first delivery, and now of the last delivery of his very first over, he's done it again. This one just stopping on Anwar, taking a little bit of into the just when India wanted to make a stage, that Pakistan moved India wanted to make a stage. Pakistan losing the 4th wicket with 63 runs on the board. With 63 runs on the board.
That's the man that India wanted.
Well, Salim Malik didn't wait too long. It looked as if he knew the moment he missed that ball that he was gone. A quicker delivery from Kumble. Malik going to play across the line. Look how he plants his leg across. Another big blow for Pakistan. Another big blow for Pakistan. They lose their 5th wicket. The most experienced player, 66 runs on the board.
The captain comes in. The captain comes in. His team in a lot of trouble. 66 for 5.
All right, might just go the distance. In fact, it does. Travels a long, long way. It didn't seem to go as far as that when he actually hit the shot. But that one just kept traveling as Srinath looked upwards.
Well, that's a good hit because we've seen on this pitch how difficult it is to hit the ball in the air against the spin. Joshi's spinning the ball from leg to off and he's hitting it over long on.
He's produced one very good stumping against Wasim Akram, and now he's lost one.
this was a simple one, wasn't it? All he had to do was collect the ball. And if you don't catch the ball, you can't stump him.
Going well though. He's got such a lot of variety. Interesting to see just where he was. Had that ball actually struck.
Quicker one into the pads. He's got him beaten for a little bit of pace, just drifting in and cannon from the pads onto the stumps. What a magnificent spell by Kumble. Anil Kumble just destroying Pakistan. 4 wickets now as he goes in quicker, faster, always like an in-swinging Yorker. Would have gone down leg side, but hits the pad, cannons on, and he's gone. Well, Azhar Mahmood, 10 of 34 balls. Pakistan now 91 for 7.
New batsman in is Saqlain Mushtaq. Batted very well yesterday. He'd have to do even better today to get Pakistan out of this hole. Down to 91 for 7.
Problems if he can pick it up. No, can't pick it up and turn. One strike could have got a long way down as they're coming in very quickly from cover point.
Has gone past the infield. Two here. Taken on quite easily. Some 96 for 7.
Lower order batsmen, perhaps is a better term. They've both got plenty of shots. That means that Sachin Tendulkar will not be relaxed just yet. A good slow delivery. Saqlain has fallen for it. And it's been spilt. Jadeja, one of the best fielders on the Indian side, has spilled it. So, Pakistan hopes are still alive. Rush out and have a bet now, Mosen.
My God, can you believe that? Well, Saqlain going for a big straight towards mid-off and mid-on, mistimed it, finished up in the covers, and Ajit Jadeja spilled a sitter. He had so much time to get underneath it, and he got underneath it, probably took it easy in the end, and there it goes out.
Chance for Jadeja to make amends. Missed the stumps. Owen has moved along to 36 now, which is his highest score in a one-day international.
Might have gone if it had hit straight.
Spell from Anil Kumble really broke the back of the Pakistan batting. I think he was assisted by some brilliant captaincy by Tendulkar. One look at him, one look at the field, you knew who was the boss out there in the middle. Out there to the arm ball, 42 overs gone. Overs remaining. Pakistan 135 for 9, a delighted Indian contingent. The team's right on top at this stage of the game. And really right from the very beginning, the Pakistan innings in disarray. Again, a useful innings from Salim Malik. Moin Khan still there, 42 of 63 balls. He's struck some big blows, especially the last 6 of Venkatesh Prasad. It looked as if it was going downtown Toronto. Srinath now to Moin Khan. Ideally, he'd be looking to try and bowl full to Moin Khan, right up in the block hole like this one. All he can do there is probably pick up a single, get him away from the strike.
Srinath trying very hard to keep the ball full and not to give Moin Khan anything to slog on length. Just drifted down leg side. They're very lucky of Pakistan actually to have a wicketkeeper as good as him who can bat so well and then play. Wicketkeeper sometimes plays. Rashid Latif, he's a wonderful batsman keeper as well.
Very dangerous batsman, especially very dangerous batsman, especially in one-day cricket. Good improviser.
The more players you have people in a quality team that are up to quality standard and fighting for places, the better the players who actually get the knock for the club will play.
Got a very good 100. For Pakistan, the Headingley Test. They were in a spot of border.
100 there too. He didn't bowl that well at all, but that's not to take anything away. He played splendidly.
Well, when you've got 100 against the likes of Holding, Roberts, Marshall and Garner, I don't think I would be too bothered about the England bowling. Loud shout there for a catch behind, and up goes the umpire's finger. So that's it for India. Been a terrific performance by the Indians. Bowl out the Pakistanis for 136 after getting a moderate score of 191. Anil Kumble doing the job for India with the ball, well handled in the field by Sachin Tendulkar, and a delighted Indian team.
What has been impressive for me watching the 3 Sahara Cup matches is the fact that Tendulkar has seemed to have a united team behind him. They seem very committed, playing with a lot of emotion and passion, the Indian players, and some of the Indian feeling has been outstanding in the 3 matches. When you consider I've seen them at times, they've been very poor in the field.
So this is a convincing win for India by 55 runs to go 2-1 up in this Sahara Cup series. Three spinners in this game. Kumble and Sunil Joshi did a fine job with the ball after Srinath and Venkatesh Prasad had made early inroads in the Pakistan batting. Never really got off to any sort of a start. Saeed Anwar again making 28 of 52 balls, but then that collapsed. They lost the wickets of Salim Ilahi early on, Amir Sohail, but really in the middle of the innings when Kumble came into the attack and picked up the wickets of Malik, Azhar Mahmood, Wasim Akram.
Well, I thought Srinath and Prasad bowled really tight and straight and with a lot of aggression to start with. They didn't give much loose stuff for the Pakistani batsmen, and they were obviously expecting to get 1 or 2 loose balls to get cracking before the spinners came on. And because they kept it so tight, then Kumble just came